You heard it here first, folks. If something doesn't love you, just drug it.
Yeah.
I mean...
No.
How do we always get here?
Don't take advice from Martha Sinclair.
Or Ryan Keely.
Sorry, I know. That's the problem is I get too in character for Martha and I just start saying the dumbest possible and it's your fault because I'm trying to be a good D&D player.
I will take full responsibility.
Nice.
Welcome to I Seduce the Dragon, where we are playing in the world of Icewind Dale, the Rime of the Frostmaiden. I'm Jess, I'm your dungeon master, and if you remember correctly, you all asked me to come up with better questions for your characters to answer when we go around. So, come with me, players.
Oh.
I'm coming. Back to my computer.
She did wander off immediately the second you started talking.
She'll do that.
Ryan, is your laptop visible and do you want it to be visible?
Oh, yeah.
Whatever's on there.
You guys probably don't need to see my OnlyFans inbox. It's spicy.
I don't mind. I don't know if...
All right, players, think about the kind of people who play music on their phones out loud in public spaces, like on hiking trails and in line at the grocery store.
You mean Martha's?
Now, hold on to that feeling and tell me who or what in the world of Icewind Dale to your characters makes you feel that way.
I am Ryan Keely. I play as Erastus Brainerd the 12th, a satyr artificer, and Erastus gets exactly that irritated when Gentry takes too long to make a decision or question a source.
Whoa.
Coming in hot, throwing accusations.
Yeah, this is Housewives after show energy. This is reunion.
The entire world of Icewind Dale and the one thing that gives you that feeling is in fact Gentry.
Oh, it's the one thing? No, the one thing is dry skin. Dry skin is that feeling. But to be specific to the game.
Oh, yeah.
It's when Gentry dithers too long.
To be fair, it's not Gentry, it's Dana that dithers. It's Dana that doesn't know her spells. I presume Gentry kind of does.
But I love you as a friend, and I'm not coming for Dana. So it's just Erastus coming for Gentry
Yes,
when
fair.
Ryan's tired.
My name is Cristina Van Epps. I play Tohri Cole, the elven rogue of the party. And I think that Tohri has that feeling, like when you see somebody like walking around in public with a boombox, he has that same feeling about like people who, and maybe this is a little bit too meta also, who are like standing on the corner trying to get you to like sign a petition or something, or like who are like, oh, alms for the poor, that kind of thing. Like when they're trying to like get you to donate or give care about something, he's just like, why are you, don't talk to me.
Humans.
Beggars.
He hates that.
Beggars make Tohri's skin crawl.
No, not beggars.
Salvation Army Santa Claus.
Oh.
No, the do-gooders.
That.
Do-gooders.
Yes. Because if it's like a person who's just like, I don't have any money, he's just like, I don't got any either, bro, sorry. But if it's somebody who is like trying to get you to care for like a charitable cause, no.
Great.
Tohri's not here for it.
That makes a lot of sense. I'm Flanders. I play Martha Sinclair, half-elf paladin. And the people that Martha finds the most irritating are people who are actually doing what she thinks she's doing and are better at it. Like
who?
Riverdance?
Like who?
Like arguably Riverdance, except that she has not actually like done that well in their latest, like, which I think is again sheer luck. So I think maybe she's less irritating to Martha right now. But yeah, in general, just, you know, Martha has imposter syndrome a little bit, and it's because she's a fucking imposter. So I think anyone who like reminds her that it's not really imposter syndrome if it's just the facts. Not a fan of.
Right.
I'm Dana. I'm playing Gentry Rose Bitter Creek Dumont, human cleric. I think that Gentry has a pretty high tolerance for being bothered because of growing up with circus folk and around a lot of people in general. So she was around people who always were doing that, but with juggling and, you know.
Jugglers are the worst.
But in terms of like being very annoyed by an invasive presence, that would be for her Asmodeus getting into her comfort zone.
So annoying.
Don't you just hate when like dark gods come into your dreams?
And being very presumptuous. But she also is kind of Asmodeus is pretty hot though too. So she's torn.
Complicated.
I mean, his name is Asmodeus. Like, you'd hope he'd have a little thickness.
Asmodeus is a hot chick though, at least right now.
Oh, is it?
To me.
I think Asmodeus can be whoever they want to be. I think that they can appear in whatever form they desire.
Good for them.
or whatever form I desire.
That's true. Maybe they're just like, this is exactly what Gentry wants.
Yeah.
Is sexy demon lady.
Is she wrong?
Asmodeus.
Yeah.
Gentry's learning things about herself constantly.
I have a couple things too I want to clarify, and I'm going to do this on the podcast because it's just factual information. So, Cristina, Tohri,
Me.
to clarify, who knows about what happened to Sigrid?
Only Martha.
No one else knows?
Of the party, the only person I think who explicitly knows that Sigrid was in Lonelywood and then died like during the time we were there is Martha. I think that Anvig did mention to Gentry that Sigrid is dead.
And Martha doesn't know what you did with her after that.
No. Martha was not with me. Martha left and I did not tell her. I just told I dealt with I also didn't tell Anvig. I just told them I put her to rest, essentially.
What would Martha assume would have happened?
I don't know that Martha is capable of being like, I wonder what happened. Specifically. I think she maybe even like doesn't really want to know because.
So you didn't tell Martha anything about the lake?
No.
Okay.
I don't see Martha contemplating that at all.
No.
But Gentry would know that she was dead.
She would know Sigrid was dead, which Tohri has not told her that Sigrid is dead. Tohri told the group that she walked out when Sagan was 1, and he hasn't seen her since.
But did you tell us that you saw Sigrid when you were in Lonelywood?
I don't think I did. I can go back in my notes. Gentry turns her attention to Tohri, asking if he saw Sigrid in town. He lies and said no, which Gentry believes and Dana is upset about.
Got it.
Okay. That tracks.
The perfect notes.
Yeah.
So Gentry does believe that he did not see her.
That tracks.
But Dana doesn't believe it. And she wants to make that very clear.
Gentry believes and Dana is upset about.
Yeah, that tracks.
The other thing that I want to clarify is I have this little map that I downloaded off the internet back when we started this campaign, even before the podcast.
I have a map.
I'm sorry, not a map, a calendar.
Oh, yes, the calendar. Yes.
I have a calendar, and I know it might not seem like it, but I have been tracking the days, which is relevant
Oh, no.
I know that you haven't been telling us.
because someone has recently gotten married, and the benefits of that spell last a week.
Oh.
Yeah.
I just want to put it all on your radar and make you aware.
Dang it.
So I can prepare ceremony again because it's a level 1 spell?
No, because the only way you can benefit from it again is if one of them dies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's no divorce in ceremony. You can only be remarried with ceremony if your spouse is dead.
Yeah.
I'll make a homebrew rule that if you make them say vows every time.
Amazing.
I'll do it.
No.
Damn it.
No.
That would be so funny.
I would love just an ongoing marriage scam against our DM.
Where you have to do a vow renewal every time to get the AC bonus.
Wait, do I have to like die, or can I just have to roll some death saving throws?
Oh, that's a good question. It does say widowed in the spell.
Yeah, that's like for rollsies. You don't get to be widowed with some death saving throws.
So just to make sure you know, I'm only going to remind you this once. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days left on your wedding vow benefits.
Technically, rules as written, it's 7 days, even though we're in a week, 10-day here.
I'll give you 10.
Thank you.
I just realized that I think that my time tracking was wrong in my notes. Is it the 30th of Hammer?
Yes, it is. That's the most bullshit question I've ever heard.
Is it the 30th of Hammer, by the way? That's relevant to me because that means that midwinter's tomorrow.
Fucking nerds.
Are you retigering?
Nope.
Nice, Flanders.
There's a different thing
Oh, no.
that happens on midwinter.
Oh,
Is
no.
it going to be a sex thing?
Yes,
Is it a sex thing?
I hope so.
You'll find out, maybe.
It's vor. It's 100% vor.
Stop trying to make everything vor.
That's why she's so excited about it.
Stop trying to make everything more.
That's why Christina's excited.
Stop trying to make vor happen, Ryan.
Stop trying to make boring.
No, I'm not trying to make vor happen. I'm just calling out Christina for trying to make vor happen.
It's nighttime right now, is it not? So in the morning, is it midwinter?
Currently, it is the 30th of the first month of the year, which is Hammer in this setting. That's what it's
What are
called.
the name of the other months?
You don't want to know. Just trust me. No, you won't.
What's next month?
They're not. You won't like them.
Skill saw.
Maybe Marpenoth. You might like that one.
Ooh, Marpenoth.
I do like Marpenoth.
I kind of want to add that to my baby name list.
Marpenoth.
All right.
Sorry, but did we? It's still nighttime.
Yeah.
So it's not.
Yes.
So in the morning, it's your sex day.
You've killed Ryan.
You killed her.
You've killed her. She's dying. Look what you did.
Sorry.
Your joke was too powerful.
Oh gosh.
I think she actually is not okay.
Oh, no.
That's for saying that Gentry dithers.
It's revenge.
Did you cast a spell, Dana?
Hex.
This is how we found out that Dana can actually do magic.
Didn't dither on that one, did I?
Recap time. You all just got to the town of Tourmaline. You bumped into Torg's Mercantile when you arrived, and you picked up a feather token that can transform into different items. It could even be a boat.
So lucky.
It could also be a tree, or an anchor,
Or a whip.
or a whip,
Can it turn into a bird?
or a bird. Yes.
Oh, God. That would be so... We got a live bird? Because that'd be so problematic.
A huge bird, no less.
An albatross.
Oh, God. Like size class huge?
I think it's
Okay, we'll figure that out. We'll figure that out
Let's figure that out when we get there.
when we get there.
Let's cross that bird when we get to it.
One demerit. You checked into the east side, and that's an inn that you've stayed in before. They only had 3 rooms, and you have 9 refugees, including Sven and Anvig. So, Martha, you're going to escort all of the refugees, except Anvig, to the speaker's house to find other accommodations for all of them. And then is your plan to return back to the hotel?
Correct, because you don't separate the party.
I did say that Tohri was going to accompany her. He was going to let Martha run the show, but he was going to accompany her so that she didn't get jumped. Or at least didn't get jumped alone.
Got it. You want to help?
That's marriage.
Have a buddy when you get jumped.
Gentry is still very tired and is in her room with Anvig and Sagan and has cast a protection spell.
Alfie also joined you in the room.
Yeah.
And Erastus,
Because nobody loves me.
you are going to go in the other room, but did Gentry give Erastus the diary?
Yes.
No.
Oh.
You fought about it at the end of the last episode, and I was very unclear because Erastus stormed off.
I thought I did give. Did I not give it to you?
You did not give me the diary because you said that you wouldn't give me the diary unless you could be there to figure out secrets.
Okay, I didn't say that I wouldn't.
Yes, you did.
I said I wanted to do it together, but I didn't say that I wouldn't. I was just.
And you didn't give it to me, and I stormed off.
Well, you didn't ask nicely for it.
I'm sorry, we already made a deal.
Well,
We had a deal. I lived up to my side of the deal. You cannot add a codicil post-deal.
I'm going to
This is an advertisement for the Rode Wireless Pro. At 32-bit recordings, it's almost impossible to clip. We highly recommend it.
To clarify, Gentry very nicely was just like, I was hoping we could do this together as an activity.
You were not nicely, and it was more than once. You reiterated, I set a boundary. You repeatedly
wanna do it together.
argued with me about it.
I'm gonna let you have it. I'm just hoping that at some point we can do secrets together. We can write about someone that, like,
I would have
we
been
don't
open
care.
to doing secrets together, except now you've set this precedent, and now I'm going to spite never secret with you, probably.
Well, I'm not gonna give you the diary then.
Oh my
I just
goodness.
everybody stormed off. I hate your guts, and we're not friends anymore.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Gentry's in her room with the Gossiper's Diary.
I'm in my room with a guy.
Second primal scream of the podcast.
Erastus yell, and I'm just like, I would give him the diary if he just asked nicely. I'm just hoping we could do a
I
shared
don't
activity.
have to ask nicely. Why do I have to ask nicely? There's no reason to ask nicely. We made a deal, and you were reneging, and you were.
Did you make a deal?
I mean, I'm not reneging. I'm just.
How is this not?
I'm gonna give it to you. I'm just saying I would have liked to do secrets together at some point. I didn't get anything out of the. So I guess we got the token. Who bought the token? Do you buy the token?
Erastus has the token.
The party is gaining a token. I am losing a diary.
You were trying to sell the diary.
I was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you tried to sell it to the person who's trying to kill me.
I saved a precious artifact that puts your friend, our friend Flanders' life at risk. You
Not Martha.
capriciously
Flanders.
discarded an item. I had to kill a lover to protect Martha's life, and now you're just throwing that life away again.
Oh my
I
god.
can't have any privacy till talking about life attacks. What are they into?
What words were those just now?
Well, if I know that, I just would have handed it to you. I'm not trying to keep it from you. I'm just trying to create an opportunity for bonding.
I'm in the other room. I'm shouting through the wall, and I don't care.
No. You can't be messing with Erastus on Ryan Keely's Dom days.
Tohri and Martha. You're downstairs, still in the lobby, as Gentry hobbles upstairs, and you can hear this altercation happening first in the hall and then through the walls as both Erastus and Gentry retreat to their rooms, still screaming. And as you are collecting all of your refugees, Tohri, you receive a sending.
Huh? There's voices in my brain?
There's suddenly a voice in your brain.
Hey, Tohri, it's Torga. I had a better idea. I can meet you in 10 minutes. Where you at?
I'm outside the ore house.
All right, I'll see you there.
I would have said that out loud, so Martha would have seen me just randomly say that.
Can I run a, what would that be, insight check?
Run a check.
Shut up.
Let's call the insight department and run a check.
Yes. I want to know if Martha thinks anything's weird about that.
Okay.
It's a 6. So I'm just like, we are.
No, Martha, I gotta go, I think. Like right now-ish.
Why?
Torga just spoke to me in my brain. I didn't know she could do that.
Slut.
Again, you don't like me. I don't understand why you're upset.
You're my husband.
Uh-huh.
My husband is supposed to have some other bitch in his brain.
Okay, well, in this instance, I agreed to meet up with her tonight. And
Sluts.
Martha, listen, I need you to. I am going to try and keep her away from you
Yes, that's what all cheaters do.
so that she doesn't know you're here.
Really taking a bullet for you, Martha.
Okay.
Keep your side piece away from your wife.
I mean, that's generally good advice.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know what to do with this. Yeah. All right. I'm go. Bye. And I just walk out.
Oh, no. Martha is legitimately like so upset because she's too dumb to realize that Tori's actually looking out for her.
I'm gonna go to the Ore House, and I'm gonna loiter outside the Ore House waiting for Torga.
This episode is thanks to our Patreon subscriber, Voxelbox. We're here because of you. Thanks, bud.
And only you, Voxel.
Voxel. Mr. Box.
Mr. Box.
You get to the Ore House. It doesn't take long. A carriage pulls up. It is led by two burly axe beaks, and it's being driven by Tony.
Ah, yes, Tony.
And as it rolls up, the door opens, and inside is Torga. She's beaming. She looks amazing.
Oh, snap.
Slut.
And she says, "Hop in, handsome."
Slut.
Torga. You didn't give me opportunity. I would have, if I known you were bringing this energy, I would have got all dressed up for you. But I do get into the carriage.
Great.
Actually, first, can I do an insight check?
Sure.
Because I'm a paranoid person.
Yes.
I got a 13 on my insight check.
Strong.
With a 13, which is a pass, you are not able to read her emotions very well.
Okay.
However, you are observing the circumstance in which she picked you up. It's a nice carriage.
Yeah.
As you slide in next to her, you notice that her dress is finely made and barely worn.
Slut.
Like on her body, barely worn. Like
She'll take it off really soon, that slut.
No, it's nearly new. And with your passive perception of 18, you also notice that on her cuff, there's monogrammed initials that are not hers.
Is there any on the carriage itself? Are there any like crests or markings that would?
Yeah.
it says Uber on it. There's like a magic light.
Yeah, not that you recognize it, but there is a crest on the outside of the carriage.
So yeah, I will slide in next to her and we'll close up the carriage and I'll be like, so whose is this? Sorry, should say, whose was this?
You noticed. Looks nice though, right? She holds up her hand and it's got some rings on it.
You wear it well.
She blushes. She looks towards the front where Tony's driving and back at you and says, "I'm going to be straight with you.
Oh.
I've got a good feeling about you, and I want to invite you in on something. I think you might have the skills to help me out. But before I can say anything else, have you ever seen one of these?" And she picks up a heavy iron sword that was resting next to her in the seat.
I was wondering why you had that, yeah.
You have seen these before. It is an NDA sword.
Oh, God.
Oh.
To swear on the NDA sword.
It's a sword that you make an oath upon. And she says, "How do you feel about making an oath?"
I'm generally not that great at them. Kind of seems to me what you're saying here is that I can't necessarily know all the details about what we're getting into here, but...
Absolutely fucking not. With a big smile on her face.
Can you give me... I'll lean in. I'm just like a little hint.
Can I get an insight check on Tori's chub-o-meter?
Roll for chub. Roll to sense it.
Roll for chub to sense it in your friend group.
I am very willing to say that Erastus can sense Tori's chub at any given moment. I am so willing to allow that.
No, he's attuned to every boner in like a 4-mile radius.
I'm essentially the Icewind Dale grinder app.
Yeah.
I can tell you.
He gets that little notification in his mind.
Good Lord. Get ready for a 5-footer, folks.
Holy cow.
Oh boy.
I meant as in an episode that doesn't move anywhere physically in space. Not, what were you guys thinking?
There's dragons, okay?
I don't know. There's got to be stuff in D&D that's got 5-foot boners.
For sure. Like, how many squares does it take up in D&D Beyond? What does that correlate to?
Roll your dice.
What? D20?
Yeah.
20. I'm usurping DM powers for this boner check.
19!
It's at like, I want to say it's at like 3/8. 3/8 chub.
That seems right.
A scale of 8 is fascinating choice.
No, that is the
We're
right.
not quite at half.
But more than a quarter.
More than a quarter, but not at half yet. 3/8.
Okay.
As you are.
That's where we are.
A little hint. Well, it involves where I got all this stuff.
I am intrigued. If I make the oath, it's just not to talk about it?
It's not to talk about it. It's not to reveal it. And I'll cut you in for 10%.
How much are you making here, Torga?
90%.
That sounds about right. All right. But you're treating me to dinner.
I accept your terms.
And she pushes the sword forward.
I put my hand on the sword, the NDA sword.
Do you swear that you will breathe no word and hint no hint of where we go tonight or what we find there to another soul except me?
Remind us again what happens if he doesn't keep his promise.
I do not have to remind you that.
I think this will be fun, I swear.
Fabulous. All right, Tony, to the manor.
Oh.
And
Oh no.
you and Torga ride off to the manor.
The manor?
I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
Meanwhile,
Ridiculous.
we go back to the inn, where Gentry has just been helped to her bed, uncharacteristically roughly, by Anvig. And she drops you on the bed. And is like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's all right. And remember, sweetie, I'm temporarily tired. I'm not an old, fragile lady. Are you okay? I'm going to, real quick, you hear an Erastus? I'm just going to send him a quick note. Real quick, I'm going to write a note that says, like, stop your pouting and whining. I'm going to stick it onto the top of the Gossiper's diary, and I'm going to cast Unseen Servant to take it over and give it to Erastus.
Your unseen servant takes the journal, bows dutifully, invisibly.
He's invisible, yeah. But he does, yes.
I hear knocking at my door. I get up from my flop and I open the door and I'm assuming I see what looks like
A floating diary is hovering in front of you with a note on the top.
I grab it. I crumple the note and put it back in the unseen servant's hand and slam the door closed and stomp back to bed and flop.
Did you read the note?
No.
Love it.
No.
So you will need to attune to that, so it'll take you at least an hour, so you could still use it tonight if you like, or you can sleep on it. It's up to you.
I'm going to attune to it tonight. I'm not going to mess with it tonight. I'm too mad. I won't even remember anything that I was told. There's not even care.
Anvig is clearly distracted. She's putting together a fire.
So I get myself up out of bed, and she's over by the fireplace, and I walk over to her and put my hand on her shoulder behind her, and I just say, stop.
She jumps.
Stop. Sit down and calm down. What's going on in that head of yours? Maybe we can have some tea and just decompress a little bit, you and I?
Her brow is furrowed, and she pulls something out of her pocket, and she looks at it, and she holds it out to you, and she says, Miss Gentry, do you think you could use this? It's 100 gold.
Where'd you get 100 gold, sweetie?
Tohri,
Then that's your 100 gold.
couldn't you do so much more good with it? Now I have you.
This is for you. You're going to need it on the road, taking care of Sagan, buying food, supplies. Look, I know that this feels like nothing. This feels gross and like an insult. This is the best he can do right now. Just use it.
Fine. Okay.
But thank you. That's very sweet. That's what's got you so upset? I mean, I understand. Doesn't really.
Why does he think he can just buy us off?
I don't think he actually thinks he can buy you off. I think he thinks that right now it's all he can do. And it's all he has to give you that might have some sort of positive impact.
She drops the pouch on her bedroll and says, I told him to stop.
Stop what?
Supporting us. I told him to not be involved in our lives anymore.
What'd he say?
Okay.
Yeah, kiddo, I don't think he means that. I think he's trying his best to respect your boundaries and your wishes, but I think Tohri's coming around, and I don't think he wants to be in your life if it's going to put you in danger or cause you more harm. But I think if you gave him the chance, he would show up as best he could. He'd learn to show up. I think he's coming around. I hope so. I believe that most people want a home, want something that feels familiar and to put down roots and have family, if it's their real family or their found family or their family they've created. And I have to believe that he wants that too, and he just hasn't known how to do it. He will respect your wishes, and I'm not going to tell you to change your mind on that. I think that's you protecting yourself and you protecting Sagan, and I think that's fair. But I do think that if you ever open that door for him to be a part of your life, he would try his best and be less of a dirtbag. But I'm not telling you have to give him a chance. I'm not going to tell you that. Dana did therapy today.
How do you always see the best in people?
Oh, I don't. I see the worst in people, and I try and love them in spite of it.
Give me a persuasion check to make a dent in Anvig being pissed at Tohri.
16. We'll say Gentry's not super invested in necessarily making her not mad at Tohri. I'm mostly concerned that she feels okay.
So then we'll call that a roll to make sure that she feels okay,
Yeah,
to comfort her.
yeah.
And a 16 is a great roll. So she looks like she's a bit heartened. Her brow at least unfurrows. And she says, can I make some tea?
I think tea sounds lovely. Do you think Sagan would like some warm milk?
He puts his head, he comes up from under the bed and his face is all covered in like dust and shit from under the bed. And Alfie's like,
I'll see what I can do about that.
Aww.
he approaches the spirit guardian, but knowing that he's a friend who can pass through it without being harmed, he opens the door, passes through the flames,
The hearth.
the hearth, and out to find some warm milk.
Totally normal night at the East Sider.
Flanders, you make your way through the town. Give me a perception check.
Oh no. Do I have to? Well, that's a 3.
Oh, God.
Oh God. Clank, 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 clank.
I should not have let her go alone. Oh, God.
You know what it is? I'm so fucking sad that Tohri like broke my heart that I'm just like
the betrayal.
Do you even notice that you are leading a group of refugees?
I do, because I'm trying so hard to not cry because I have to maintain like my persona. So I'm just like walking, blinking away tears, trying to seem tough. Like just all of my attention is focused on keep your fucking shit together, Martha. And that's why I'm about to get murdered, Tohri.
Yeah, Tori.
Right after Gentry said such lovely things about him.
Yes. So you get to the speaker's house.
What's his name again?
Oaris Mastew.
Sorry.
Oaris Mastew.
Oars Mastew. Hello, I'm looking for Oars Mastew. So I knock on the door.
It is opened by a man who you don't recognize, probably the staff of the house.
Hi, Speaker Mastew owes me a little favor, and I'm wondering if I can cash that in this evening. Is he available this evening?
He looks over your shoulder at the 9 people standing behind you, and he says, why would you bring everybody to the drawing room? It is quite late. Perhaps your companions could wait outside.
I think it'd be better if we came inside. It's just kind of an emergency shelter sort of situation.
I see. Follow me.
Yes.
And he leads you to a room. He knocks on the door and opens the door. Town speaker, Mastew, is reading something when you walk in that he, upon seeing your face, hastily folds, opens a drawer, puts in the drawer, and shuts it. And he stands up and he says, Martha Sinclair, to what do I owe the honor?
Hi, hello, town speaker. I noticed my travels took me back through your lovely town. I noticed there is still not a billboard here, which
I explained this last time. It had to do with the problem that they were having in Lonelywood. We haven't received any wood shipments in months.
yeah, no, I understand. And also that moose thing, I killed the moose. See, look at this lovely bedroll pelt I have, and kind of show him. It's like rolled up on my pack. It's understandable, but I was wondering if instead of that, you see these, we have some refugees and the inns in town are all full. Do you have some, like perhaps some stables or even just like a cellar somewhere where they can just stay for the night? We'll be on our way tomorrow morning, but I just, I promised them I'd find them safety and hadn't really counted on like no vacancies in town. That's like pretty wild.
Now, there has been an issue with the dragon attack in East Haven.
Right. I also killed that dragon. I don't know if you heard yet, but that was in fact.
I see.
And I mean, and some friends, like there were some people that helped, some like work acquaintances.
I heard it was the hero that they have in East Haven, Riverdance.
No. Riverdance and the Joshes were there, but they kind of were more in the way than anything. I rode a dragon, like I rode a falling dragon to the earth.
Roll persuasion.
Road.
You can do this. You're so
I have a
persuasive.
+8 to persuasion, so that would be a 21.
When did you get a +8?
She's charming.
I've always had a
charming.
+8. It's the only reason I'm alive.
Okay.
As you are telling him this, his face changes from skepticism to confusion. And he says, well, you must stay here yourself. Surely you are having difficulty finding a room as well. I have a guest suite that you could avail yourself of. And of course, your guests could also stay in, yes, the stable, but it is heated this winter season.
Yeah, you know what? Flanders knows this is stupid. Martha's mad and she's going to stay here.
Oh, man.
That would be very generous of you. I would really appreciate that. I mean, I can stay in the stables with them. It's fine, I don't know if...
No, I insist. You must use my guest suites. Michael, please escort our hero guest, Martha, to the guest suite and have the stables prepared for how many guests do you have?
9.
9. For 9. So his servant will lead you to your quarters, and we will go to the manor.
Where's the man? What manor? Where are we going?
This episode was brought to you by Quantic.com.
Quantic Bank is a fully digital CDFI bank that is basically all the benefits of a credit union, but you can be from anywhere. They have a ton of non-traditional mortgage options to basically help anybody try and get a house. Quantic's goal is to make sure that everyone can achieve the dream of homeownership, which is something that is really not that accessible right now, considering the economy. So they have unique loan and mortgage options for people who are self-employed, if you're in the gig economy, if you are not constantly employed and don't have reoccurring income but can afford a mortgage. They want to help you own a home. They have a really simple documentation process. They want to strip down the paperwork as much as possible, and they're going to help you through the whole thing. They've got a diverse, multilingual sales team so that no matter your background, you can achieve the dream of home ownership. So if you're interested, go to Quantic.com, that's QUONTIC.com, and look into their non-traditional loans.
You ride in the carriage for a decent amount of time, 45 minutes.
Oh, dang.
Outside town. And you pull up to an incredible manor with a little structure outside the building, a stable. There's a set of buildings. And as you're riding through the carriage, Torga is giving you the lowdown. She says,
This manor, I'm not squatting here. I know the owner of this manor. It's a cousin of mine. They got stuck below the mountains after the ice fell here. They haven't been able to get back. It's not my fault that they asked me to take care of their property when I'm in town.
It's basically free game at that point. We don't know if they're ever going to be here again. Like, what are they going to do with it?
They've been gone for 4 years, and I've been practically keeping this place up myself.
You're doing a service to them, actually.
Thank you. I agree.
Yeah.
they pull around to the house, and you get out. And Tony doesn't come in with you. He instead, Torga says,
Tony, wait for us in the valet's cabin.
and he heads off to the structure outside the home. And Torga leads you inside. The house is gorgeous, and it's huge. The table has been set with a meal.
And she says, well, what first? Dinner or entertainment?
Choose wisely.
Let's not let the food get cold. Colder. I don't know. We're in Icewind Dale. Everything's cold eventually.
You're so smart and funny.
Now I know you're lying to me. No, I will pull her out her chair for her, and I'll lean down and whisper, "This doesn't count for the dinner you owe me." And then I will take my own seat at the table.
Great. So you have an incredible dinner. And as you look around, it does look like this is the home of a very, very wealthy person.
Is there anything I recognize? Because I do have a background with my family, like my family of merchants. So I might know like some of the upper crust of Icewind Dale potentially.
Sure. Give me a perception roll.
Unnatural 20.
You see, as you gaze down the hallway with your dark vision, you see a painting depicting dwarven, not royalty necessarily, but one of the family of the founders of Tourmaline.
Oh, dang. Okay.
It's shocking to you that you did not know this home even existed. They must be very, very, very good at hiding their location and the things that they have.
Cool. No one knows I'm here, and no one knows where this house is. Excellent. This is going to be great.
So sleazy all the time.
Fantastic. Yeah. So, Torga, I made my vow not to talk about what we're getting up to this evening. So, what are we getting up to this evening?
Yes. Well, Dora, my cousin.
The explorer.
The famous Icewind Dale explorer. Yeah.
She's got a room in this house. It's the only place I haven't been able to get into.
I see. Okay.
It's got a very tricky lock.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't been able to find the person with the skill or the experience or the questionable morals or rippling pecs to get the job done for me.
Don't forget my incredibly clever fingers.
No, no.
I just won D&D. I got a 4-person cringe. Victory for me.
No. I need a spray. My cat spray. No.
I'm thriving. Okay, excellent.
Good for you.
But I think I understand what you're implying, Torga. Yes. All right. I will say, skilled as I am in the art of getting into places that I maybe shouldn't be, I'm not a magical sort of person. So if there's any kind of warding or spell on the door, I'm not going to be able to do much about that.
I understand.
Insight check on that.
Sure.
Insight check on that. I like Torga, but I also don't trust Torga. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. It's kind of her whole deal.
14.
She seems like that won't be a problem.
Okay. So either it's not magic or whatever the magic will do to me, she doesn't care about. Got it. Excellent. Okay. What do you think's back there? I mean, this whole house is clearly quite well stocked, let's say.
Dora might be the only person I know greedier than me.
That's quite the bar.
I'm dying to know what's in there, too.
I am very intrigued now. All right, well, let's finish up and let's get to the main event then.
All right. So you finish your meal and your wine, and she leads you down a hall. She stops, looks at you coquettishly, gives you a wink, and pulls a book. And a door opens. Another hall. This one down some stairs. And you come to a door with a big, flashy lock on it. It looks complicated. It's the Fort Knox of locks. So, there's the problem. Think you can handle it?
Just give me some space and we'll see if I can get that popped open for you. Would that be my thieves' tools?
That's your thieves' tools. This is a DC 25 lock.
25. Christ. Okay.
Yeah, how about them fingers now, Tori?
Yeah.
I will pull out my thieves' tools. I'll get down to the level of the lock. I'm going to inspect it. And then I'm going to take a crack at it.
Roll lockpicking.
Like nervous in real life. I want to impress the lady. And also not die. All right, first roll was a 10 plus 10, so 20.
She pats you on the shoulder. She says,
Hey, it happens to all men once in a while.
Hey, all right.
How do you feel about if I happen to have some performance-enhancing substances?
Okay, I appreciate it, but listen, just give me another shot here. Give me another shot before we start talking about ways of boosting me up.
All right, hotshot.
All right. I shake it off. I try and I'm now, it's in my head now.
okay, while you're doing that, we're going to cut over to... Let's check on Martha. Martha, were you doing anything else tonight or were you just going to bed?
No, I was just going to go to bed.
Okay.
Just going to be a sitting duck.
Awesome. You're in bed.
Just going to go to sleep. Just going to lay down and be sad about my marriage and wonder if I should.
love all the feelings.
I wonder if it's better for me to kill Torga or kill Tori.
Murder is the solution, clearly.
Always.
You hear a knock on your bedroom door.
What kind of a knock?
A respectful but firm one.
Okay, I think I'm going to wrap my cloak around myself, like almost like it's like a nightgown robe type thing. But I'm going to answer the door.
At the door is the speaker and 8 militia members.
They say, Martha Sinclair,
Yes.
please come with us. You're under arrest.
For what exactly?
Oaris pulls out the paper that he was looking at when you walked into his office, and bashfully, he hands it to you. It is a note from Targos that says, Martha Sinclair is wanted for the following crimes. And it's a rap sheet.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh boy.
It's got fraud, destruction of property, blackmail, breaking and entering, theft, extortion, corruption, jaywalking, forgery, fraud, intimidation, assault,
Fraud twice.
conspiracy, espionage, fraud, trespassing, slander, and embezzlement.
3 frauds.
Wow.
I don't understand it either. The townspeaker hangs his head. But the militia says, if you'll please turn over your weapons and follow us.
This is a misunderstanding. I can explain. Can you just give me like a moment? Just, I'm not decent. Do you mind if I just have a moment to just get dressed?
I'm afraid you can explain in court.
Can I explain in court not naked? Can I just get dressed?
Roll persuasion.
Oh boy.
It's an 18.
Please, gentlemen, let her get decent.
Okay. I close the door. I pack up my shit, open the window. I say, for the bees.
Absolutely.
And I fucking peace out.
All right.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Nice.
Love that.
Amazing.
I'm headed to the inn, but I'm going to try and like stay out of sight and go in, just go like enter into the window of either Erastus or Gentry's room. Just kind of like poke and see.
Okay, you'll hit Erastus first.
Oh, I'm going to get, Erastus is going to just rip me a fucking new one. So I tap on the window and then like try to open it. Erastus, they're trying to arrest me.
I come over and I open the window and I let Martha in.
So first of all, Tori's been cheating on me. Secondly, I was with Torga, that slut. I knew it. But then secondly, slightly less important, is that there's apparently a warrant for my arrest from Targos, because remember the town speaker there has like beef with me. I mean, a lot of people have beef with me. This one's not warranted. It is unwarranted, and yet there's a warrant for my arrest. And it's all lies. They had fraud on there 3 times, which, isn't that triple jeopardy?
No. Frauds frequently come in multiples. But have you considered that Tori and Torga are destined for each other? Because that's the vibe I'm getting.
I know, but
You shouldn't have to trick people into marrying you.
it wasn't a trick. It was a ruse. And we're not even benefiting from the ruse if he's going to spend all his time within 30 feet of that dumb bitch instead of within 30 feet of me so I can have +2 to my armor class. We're stronger together, me and Tori. And he's ripped us apart.
I think you're interfering in fate. I think Torga and Tori, it's a match made in the heavens.
Okay, but here's another match made in heaven, is that she wants to have me killed. Or like is going to sell me out so that I get killed. So I should kill her for that. But she's also stealing my man, which is also a thing I should kill her for. So like double, I should kill her.
I mean, I totally support you doing this murder. But keep in mind that Gentry almost sold you out earlier this afternoon to Torga. So you might...
Yeah, that's just...
That might be a good place to start.
Look, Gentry, Gentry dithers and babbles. She just dithers and babbles, and you can't hold it against her. Why do you want Gentry dead now? Because I feel like...
I don't want Gentry dead. Well, maybe I do. I don't know. But I just feel Gentry is untrustworthy and not a good friend. And is too weak to travel. So
Are you saying you and I should just... maybe you and I should just try and flip that token, get a boat,
You and I team up?
leave these jerks behind. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Absolutely.
I like this. Okay.
I start packing my bags. Let's get out of here.
No, I think we should have a long rest, but I think we should leave first thing in the morning. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt your evening.
Big spoon or little spoon?
I would love to be Little Spoon right now. I'm feeling very vulnerable.
I pat the bed.
No, thanks. I climb in.
First flight, sneak out before all these suckers are still sleeping.
Yeah. We're doing it. Yes. What were you doing tonight? Why weren't you asleep?
I have been very angry at Gentry.
About just because Gentry
They're
almost
not
got me
they don't
killed?
respect their deal. Yes, that's why. That's the
Wait,
only-
what about the deal?
Yes.
What about a deal though?
You can't be trusted to keep her deals and not get her friends murdered. So screw her. And she stole Alfie from me because apparently I can't protect Alfie anymore. No, I'm Gentry. I'm the only one that can protect people. I'm Gentry. I'm a demigod. Bullshit.
Yeah, Tori's the same. Oh, I'm Tori. I'm so handsome. Oh, I'll just hurt your feelings, man.
Right?
I just leave wives behind left and right. Yeah, I'm so handsome.
They just hurt people's feelings. Oh, I'm not going to let you discover secrets by yourself. I got to just be up in your business at all times and steal your friends.
Gosh, they're so fucked up to us.
Yeah, totally toxic.
They're so toxic. That's why we're gonna fucking leave them behind.
I snuggle into Flandy or Martha and just like big spooning, and I like fall asleep, like mumbling, like, you know, threats and curses. Just like into the back, like.
And Martha falls asleep going, yeah.
I'm gonna start crying. I'm laughing so hard. Like,
That was the most heartwarming tableau. Of like hurt feeling wrath.
Hurt people, you know? That's what they say.
In Gentry's room, Alfie has long come back with the milk.
So I'm gonna pull Alfie to the side and just say, Alfie, I have some important information that might be a bit unsettling for you. I want you to know for your own safety that Torga that we saw at the mercantile, she did see you and she did recognize you.
Oh, gee.
Yeah, so we were just going to keep you hidden a little bit better and be cautious. I've got the hearth going so no one who's an enemy can come in or they'll be obliterated. And, you know, we care about you, little buddy. We're going to be in good hands. Nothing's going to happen. I just want you to be extra safe.
Well,
All right, good night. No.
Oh, I kind of knew it, but there's just no way around it, I suppose. I'm just another person with assassins out for me, like Martha Sinclair. Just a hero that attracts the wrong kind of attention.
Martha's asleep and she goes, bullshit.
Your passive perception only detects.
Yeah, my passive perception of 8 only perceives people who think they're as good as Martha who aren't. Which
it's only 8? Oh my god.
I'm so dumb, but so charming.
It's the pettiest passive perception.
Yes.
Yes, the passive pettiness kicks in.
Passive pettiness.
I say, well, Alfie, you're in good company. I've got a whole pantheon of gods after me, probably. So, assassins, gods, we're all in this together. Adventure buddies. Good night.
Good night.
Don't leave the room again, okay?
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah. Thanks for the milk, though.
Anytime.
Okay.
All right, good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Sleep tight.
All right. Back at the manor.
Yeah, let me see if I can roll to get it up. Hold on.
Cristina, no.
Is that? Yeah.
Payback is a bitch.
Stop it.
27.
You just rolled a 27.
Please say that you destroy your new pants.
With lock picking. It's lock picking.
Oh, I thought it was your boner.
Erastus wakes up in a cold sweat.
I'm so uncomfortable right now.
No, it was for lock picking. I rolled a 27 to pick the lock.
I think we're breaking Jess tonight. Sorry, listeners, we had to cancel the podcast because Jess hates us now and can't look us in the eyes.
She was run to the edge of madness.
So, 27 for the lock. So, Tohri.
I missed something along the way. Then
It's totally fine.
What now? Sorry, I'm like an electric weed whacker. Boner.
I heard Animal Crossing villagers muttering about like a boner. What?
Tohri,
Yeah.
you're crouched in front of this safe. You are
Rock hard.
Sleep right now.
you're listening carefully.
Yes.
You're feeling for minute reverberations, the movements of the mechanisms. You become one with the lock. As bit by bit, the tumblers fall into place one by one by one, and then the subtlest of clicks. And the door opens a fraction of an inch.
I stand up and I dust off my knees from where I was crouching, and I do a little bit of a flourish, and I gesture to the door to Torga, and I say, "After you."
You walk into the room. It's dark in there, but Torga produces from two pockets 2 lighted stones that she tosses into the room. And it illuminates the room in a beautiful glow. And what you see, chests crusted with jewels, spilling with gold, shelving units displaying statues and jewelry and artifacts, artwork on the walls and stacked in the corners, and a table stacked with platinum, glittering, gleaming at you in the sudden silence. Torga unconsciously grabs your hand and you hear her breath catch. She turns and looks up at you, her eyes sparkling with greed.
She's gonna try and kill me in here.
Fucking hope so.
Her lips part slightly and her gaze drops to your lips.
ew.
And you feel her gently tug, pulling you down to her level.
The thing is, I
5,
just know this is a trap somehow.
4.
I am going to lean in for it, Jess. But as I do, out of her view, I want to have my hand on my dagger as I lean in to kiss her.
Mm-hmm.
I don't trust. I don't trust.
How much hesitation does she sense then when you kiss her?
A second. Just like a second.
Sluts.
She pauses. She straightens her clothing. She says, "I'm so sorry. I overstepped.
No. Torga. What?
I've just got so overcome," she says, looking at the riches around you.
Yeah, it's a great haul.
Yeah, it is. Holy hell.
And she steps away from you and begins investigating the shelves.
Don't touch anything.
I wait a second to just watch her walk about and look at everything. And then I will follow in the sense of like also looking around. I'm like aware of where she is, but I'm also curious about what's in here. Because apparently 10% of it is mine. So I'm going to be also looking around.
And as you continue into the room, beyond this treasure section, there's also a smaller room with a shrine in it. The shrine is to Oral.
I will take a gold, just like if there's one lying around, like a gold coin, and I will flick it into the aural shrine for luck.
Roll insight.
Unnatural 20.
You receive a chill. She noticed. Torga is completely engaged in grabbing items, in digging into the chests. She's scooping out gold to see if there's anything hidden underneath.
Is there anything in here that I would potentially recognize as being useful or like protective potentially?
Sure, give me an investigation. An investigation check.
An investigation check.
Give me a Shrek check.
Another unnatural 20.
With an unnatural 20, you see a ring on display amongst many rings on a golden hand. But the one on the index finger is a ring that you recognize as a ring of water elemental command.
Oh. That's fun.
And also on the shelving, you see a small, dull gray 1-inch cube. It's got a gem on one side with a command word inscribed, but an empty socket on the other. And you recognize this as an instant fortress.
Oh. Is Torga watching me?
No, she is completely consumed.
I'll slip the instant fortress into like a little pocket somewhere. Because that would be good for us. And then I'm just going to keep walking around, looking around, helping her take inventory, ostensibly.
There's tons of jewelry. There's gems. There's the chests themselves are probably worth 1,000 gold each.
It's stupid amount of money. Yeah. I am tense because like the way you're looking at me, I'm like, is something about to happen or am I supposed to do something?
This is a little bit too good to be true, it seems like.
So after a while of her like going through everything and all of that, I will walk up to her and I will say, Torga.
Tohri.
All of this, all of the riches that you've got now.
That we've got now.
Can I ask you for something?
I'm already giving you 10%.
True. I know you saw Alfie earlier today.
Oh, yeah, so.
So can I ask you, and if this has a price to it, then I'll pay that. Can I ask you to keep that to yourself?
She continues to look at items and throw them back down.
That's a piece of very valuable information. What'll you give me in return?
Listen, Alfie is a good guy who's done me some good turns. And
I'm sorry, are you asking me to protect a good guy?
It's like a foreign concept. Like this, you cannot compute.
Yeah, that's what happens when you pick Torga.
I'm asking you, for me, to sit on a little piece of information rather than sell it.
You still haven't told me what I get.
What's it worth to you?
Sit on that information. You can maybe sit on that level 27.
Sit on this face.
Sit on my face. Yeah.
Sit on this is information and my face?
I will try and press the advantage in the sense of leaning into her and like, you know,
Try flexing.
trying to charm her a little bit. Yeah.
Flex those pec muscles.
Roll persuasion.
That's only a 12.
Here's the thing.
And she puts her hand on your chest and pushes you away from her a little bit.
I am, first and foremost, a business dwarf.
It's like gender neutral boss. They. Yes.
And I respect that.
Good. Will you respect it to the tune of 5%?
2%.
5.
We don't even know how much 5% is.
And I get to determine that.
Don't do it. Just kill her. 100%. I can cry.
I don't have an angel and a devil on my shoulder. I have 2 devils whispering in my ear.
Oh, yeah, because before Tori's conscience was so balanced.
Do it. Do it.
I know. Here's the thing: is like I'm trying to do the good person thing, but like
Killing's just so much easier.
I don't want to kill Torga. I like Torga.
Make like me in a bathhouse.
You didn't even have this 5% when you left the hotel 2 hours ago.
I know, but I like money too.
no.
This really is Sophie's choice.
Truly it is.
Tori's choice.
Oh.
4%. You're a business dwarf, and you'll take whatever profit you can get, huh?
All right, business elf, sweeten the deal.
I want to make a joke about her sitting on my face so bad now because of these guys.
No, you do not.
Because of the two devils on my shoulder, and also Dana.
Just negotiate instead of percentages. Face sitting time.
She already put herself out
Yeah.
there, sensed hesitation,
I leaned down.
and has drawn back.
I leaned down. I went in for it.
Want enthusiastic consent, not just consent. Business dwarf wants enthusiastic consent.
The consent is enthusiastic. It's just also, I don't want to get cask of Amontillado in this basement.
Well, then you don't really care, do you? Love is about vulnerability, Tori.
if you really loved me, you would be willing to get bricked up into a wall.
Yeah, you'd be bricked up in more than one way. Sorry. Got bricked up at the risk of getting bricked up.
That's your second demerit, Flanders. You're on thin ice.
I have 75 demerits left. If you get to make up stats, I get to make up what they're getting deducted from.
That's what this game is. Yes, you do.
So I'll pretend I'm on to you.
Cast. What's the name of that spell?
No, the short story, the cask of Amontillado, not the
Cask of Amontillado.
Not I'm casting Amontillado.
That would be great, though. Where you like cast a spell to lock someone in a tiny like cellar under the ground or something.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's an Edgar Allan Poe story called The Cask of Amontillado, where one man tricks another man into going into a wine cellar saying, I have the most delicious cask of Amontillado. You must try it. A wine. He comes down in there, and then the first man who lured him down there hits him over the back of the head, bricks him into a wall to die of starvation over time. Because this man he lured down there had wronged him in the past. So it's basically like being lured into like a potentially positive situation by your own greed and then trapped to die in a horrible way because of it. Cask of Amontillado.
Amontillado.
Okay, so Torga.
Tori and Torga.
Cast.
Sweeten the deal. You care about this gnome so much.
Tori stares at her for a long moment and then takes a deep sigh, and he leans in to kiss her on the cheek and then says, fine, 5%.
I love it when a man does what I say. Fine. I'll keep your gnome secret a secret.
Do the sword thing. NDA sword.
For you.
She boops on the nose.
It's still in the carriage.
Thank you, Torga.
Later. NDA sword that.
I love that we've just totally invaded this.
This moment. Yeah.
So you spend the next couple of hours collecting things, pulling them, tabulating, sharing what you know something to be, calling dibs on items.
Modeling some fun outfits, some good armor.
Montage!
Hell yeah.
Can we get a montage?
Definitely montage.
An item delving montage. And you, by the end of it, are wearing riches. You've got a necklace of gold and a little crown on your head and a vest and you got a scepter in your pocket.
Yes.
Does he have a scepter in his pocket, or is he
yeah.
just happy to see her?
Or is he just happy to see you?
She was on probation,
That's
Jess.
3 strikes. That's 3 strikes. You might have escaped jail this time, but you're in D&D jail.
Yeah, Martha's not in jail, but Flanders is in jail.
Flanders is.
Flanders, luckily, is an attorney, so
Yeah, I want my phone call. And I'm going to use it to call Jess and just make dick jokes at her.
And at the end of the night, Torga says,
Well, I guess this has been a nice evening.
Does it stop here?
It doesn't have to.
Slut.
I don't have anywhere to be until tomorrow morning.
roll persuasion. Or roll charisma. Not persuasion, charisma.
Oh, okay. I rolled a 19, and my charisma is just +1 because my personality is awful, so unnatural.
Not to her.
They're meant for each other.
You know, there's like 10 bedrooms in this house.
Gross.
Torga's gross.
So gross.
Yeah, she is. They're doing butt stuff.
I'll take her hand and say, so it's gonna take us a while.
Damn!
She's a dwarf or a gnome?
She's a dwarf.
She's a dwarf.
And she's like at least like 200 years older than me, I imagine.
You guys aren't gonna just bone on the riches? It seems like you would do.
That feels like it would happen, but I don't think that it happens immediately.
Yeah. Very pokey.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's not a comfortable thing to bone on. You're going to end up with some weird bruises.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like bend over it.
If she's 200 years older than Tori, she's probably does not have the flexibility.
Yeah.
That's because she's a dwarf.
Now we're gonna get a visual aid. Hold on.
So Tori's going to have to, because she's size-wise. So
Yeah.
she'd be like this, and I don't want to see her knees holding a squat for that long.
No.
Because then Tori would be here.
This was not the podcast I set out to make, folks.
Well,
knew what you were getting into, though, a little bit.
when I invited my dumbest friends and a porn star to do a podcast with me, I didn't expect it would be stupid and dirty. No one believes you, Jess.
Do we need any more demonstrations for positioning? Tell me what
I
they're
think
screwed
we're
on.
okay. And as the noises from the house cause Tony to hum louder to himself and scrimshander harder
Buddy. Poor buddy.
Scrimshawing his heart out.
with all his might, Gentry drifts off to sleep.
Oh, she does.
And she, in her very exhausted, godlike state, finds herself looking into a dream.
My dream.
No.
Oh. That's a new piece of paper.
It's a party, a rustic, rural party, like a square dance, a festival. There's decorations made out of corn and
Yes, that's what they do. They do.
They make decorations out of corn stalks and hay
You're from the
bales
Midwest.
and-
You would know better than me.
This is a very Midwestern style party. It's a
Corn-
festival atmosphere, and
corn
people
party.
are laughing and dancing.
Who do I see in the dream? It's someone else's dream. It's not my dream.
Not your dream. You're gonna have to step closer to it.
Oh yeah, I move closer. It feels hearthy. That's exactly a hearthy feeling. I love
It's
it.
extremely hearthy. It is the hearthiest.
Yeah.
You walk in and take a look around, and you see joyfully dancing among the young people and Vic.
Aww. Who is she dancing with? Who is in the room with her?
No one you recognize. But we'll end it there.
Dang it.
I can dream walk into other people's dreams. Does that give me a boner? Like level 27? Like God boner?
A level 27 boner.
Is that the name of this episode?
No, you bunch of
I
heathens.
play Gentry Rose, Bitter Creek, Dumont, and I'm a level 27 boner.
Exactly.
Full boner, half God.
Thank you so much for listening to I Seduce the Dragon. If you liked the show, we would love it if you would rate, subscribe, and review. And also, maybe tell your friends. You can find us on social media at ISTDpod or on our Patreon at patreon.com/ISeduceTheDragon. You can find all of our information there. We will be back in 2 weeks, so see you then.